when I came to City College, it was like traveling the world. By just any class I went to, any club I joined, it was incredible. I felt that I brought something to the table myself, and I was made to feel that way, that I was also valued just like everybody else was. My name is Jonathan Melk. I am a pediatrician. I am Chief Executive Officer of an organization named Chiricahua Community Health Centers, which is a not-for-profit healthcare safety net organization that serves rural Southeastern Arizona on the U.S.-Mexico border. And I am a volunteer CEO of a nonprofit organization named the Rosa Vera Fund, which serves children with special healthcare needs in Bolivia. I needed a place to go to finish my schooling, and I literally was asking around, where can I go? It's here from 1995 to 1998, and they were three formidable years for me. So one of the classes that I took that was remaining for me was called developmental biology. There was a professor, his name was Dr. Venkatesh, and at the beginning of the class I told him my story, and I said, is there a place that I can learn more about science? Is there a lab I can work in? So I worked hard in the class, and I got an A, and I went up to him afterwards. I got my best clothes on, I got very excited about the interview, and I thought maybe I was going to get into his lab, and he said, I actually don't have any room in my lab, but we have a relatively new researcher that just joined City College not too long ago, and she might have room in her lab. So he took me down the hall on the 6th floor, and in there was sitting Dr. Shubha Govind. I said, Dr. Govind, it's very nice to meet you. I want to work really hard, and I want to learn a lot about science. And I told her, I can do this if you give me the chance. And that's how it started. My time at City College was very important to me. It was very important to my career and a big part of who I am today, and certainly give a lot of credit for what I've been able to succeed in is in part due to City College and specifically Dr. Govind. I have full support of the pre-medical program here at City College, full support of Dr. Govind and other mentors and professors at City College. Everybody helped. I ended up going to Weill Cornell Medical School, which is also here in Manhattan, and that is where I went and learned to be a doctor. In my time at City College, the work experiences I had, the classes that I had, the professors that I met, the students that I studied with came from such diverse backgrounds, and some people had to overcome such incredible barriers in which they weren't in New York City by choice. They were here as refugees. They were escaping a place that they didn't want to leave, but they did, and they were here. And their dream was to serve people in the future that were going through similar situations. I got very interested in that. And that led to the founding of this project in Bolivia that to this day is benefiting children with special healthcare needs, in Bolivia, which are among probably the most vulnerable human beings on the planet. In 2006, as my first job as a pediatrician with what is called a federally qualified health center, which is a nonprofit safety net healthcare organization that turns no person, no child, no adult, nobody away based on ability to pay. In 2014, I became Chief Executive Officer of the organization. Back in 1995, I walked past an office that had a poster on the outside that said Physician for Human Rights on the left of the door, and on the right of the door it said Physicians for Social Responsibility. And I knocked on the door. Dr. Geiger, I didn't know that. I didn't know his story. I didn't know who he was. He invited me in, and he asked me many questions about myself, and seemed very interested and engaged with me immediately. It turns out that Dr. Geiger founded the very first federally qualified health center in the United States in Mississippi during the Civil Rights Movement. So the organization that I now lead in Southeastern Arizona is a federally qualified health center that owed its birth to Dr. H. Jack Geiger due to him founding the very first federally qualified health center in 1965, because what him and his team founded has flourished into a network of safety net clinics across the country, including Chiricahua, the organization I lead now. The fact that City College let me in on such short notice and so quickly gave me so many opportunities, as it did to so many of us. I couldn't recommend City College in New York any higher. It's just superior, just excellent.